Hi, my sunshines. It's your girl, Ray of Sunshine here, back with another video. And today I'm doing Fragaria Memory, Noir Bouquet, episode 4, part 2. We kind of left off. Hanyoung was testing Aru and Chaco. Now, they did not have any idea at first where the seeds were coming from. They didn't have any idea where the seeds were coming from, but it was because of Hanyoung's it was because of his manipulation that he can bring the seeds and make them disappear. And so he thought it would be funny to test Aru and Chaco to see if they would be able to use their magic or whatever in order to get rid of them. He somehow thought that was funny. Why did he think that was funny? I have no idea, but it was not. As you have Toxum and who was the other one? Picaro and all of them, they were just out being tested in another way. But yeah, and now he's also questioning why Aru cannot use his magic, as fully as the other ones can. He has a hard time trying to do so. And we're going to, I guess, figure out why that's happening, and hopefully he can be able to use his magic at his disposal whenever he needs to, especially when the seeds really do show up and he needs to use it and he gets frantic and he's trying to use it and it doesn't work. So hopefully Hanyoung will be able to help him with that in a more productive way than just testing him on a whim and think that it's fun. And hopefully later they can actually have some real fun in this episode. But I digress. Let's get this episode started.
あなた、フラガリアなのに魔法が使えませんね。
それ、今関係あるかな？
終わりじゃないですか？世の中がシーズに脅かされている今、フラガリアが浄化一つできなくて、どうやって国を守るんです？
I mean, okay. He has a point about that. They need to be able to use their magic freely when that does happen where the seeds come, and you can be able to do something about it quickly versus, him not being able to have his magic yet and be able to help protect his kingdom and yada yada yada. So I get that, but he should have did it in a way, test them in a way that they're knowing, that they're being tested by him and not being tested by, the seeds themselves. And it's kind of weird that he can make them, come all of a sudden. And then let's say that, okay, a seed comes up when they're there right now, and the others think that, oh, it's just something that he summons. How are they going to know right off? I mean, I guess that's kind of the point. Yeah, okay, fine. But I don't know. It's just overly weird.
そういえば俺の国にシーズが出た時も魔法を使う様子はなかったな。
だがアルペックは君の国の民のために力を尽くしていたぞ。
タッサムもチャコもありがとう。俺魔法を全然使えないわけじゃないんだ。
じゃあ証明してみせてください。
Oh no!
このシーズ、また君が作った偽物？
さあ、どうでしょう。
Wait! またということは僕たちが出会ったシーズもそうだということか。
Yep.
ほう。どうも妙だと感じたのはそのせいか。
No way! 僕のお茶が消えた。
私何もしてませんよ。
つまりこのシーズは本物である可能性が高い。
いけ！ビッグドリーマー！
See, this is exactly what I was talking about. Like, at first, they were just thinking that, oh, it was him doing it again. But now, it's supposedly supposed to be an actual seed. Go figure.
ある。
わかっただろ。一応使えるけど全然上手くなくてさ、何が出るかもどこ行くかもわかんない。だから危なくて使えないんだ。
浄化魔法は
So basically, Aru doesn't have full control over how his magic will, actually be directed. Because he is the one that is a bit more clumsy and things don't necessarily go right off on a hitch with him. Things usually get a little bit out of hand and crazy. So that's probably why his magic is not, being redirected in a way that's going to be beneficial for him right now. But hopefully they can narrow down, how to get his magic more under control and for him to actually hit his target, which is the seeds, and not just bounce around or do something out of the ordinary.
俺、騎士学校にも行ってないだろ。ペックルさんにやり方を教わったけど、使えたことはないかな。
なるほどですね。
一瞬で浄化した。ハンギョン、君の魔力ってどうなってるの？
ねえアルペックさん、アヒルのペックル王国は都会からだいぶ離れたところにあり、人口も少なくのどかです。シーズもまだそこまではたどり着いていません。
Well, that kind of explains why Hanyoung is like that, where he feels like he wants to be around others a lot more and, have that sense of togetherness, because there's not many people, as he said, in his kingdom. So they don't have that big abundance of just everyone just being around, hanging out, doing whatever. So yeah, I guess he has more time on his hands to actually, reach that level of being able to use his banishment magic. Did I even say that word? Banishment magic in a more higher sense than what some of the other ones can do. I mean, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, that's not really helpful for Aru at this point.
ですが、時間の問題なのはあなたもお分かりですよね。
うん。
あなたの大切なロードを守れるのはあなただけだということもお分かりですよね。
ハンギョン。
俺、ちょっとごめん。
I mean, obviously that he feels a lot of pressure because he can't do it right. And then like actually pointing it out doesn't make him feel any better about it. And I can understand why he's getting emotional, and he kind of feels like embarrassed that he's not at the right speed or level as the other ones and being able to use their banishment magic the way that they want to. And then, Hanyoung saying that, you need to be able to protect your kingdom and all your loved ones and stuff like that. I'm sure that just really solidified in him that like, wow, like I'm really not that good at this. And he just doesn't know how to go about it in a way that makes him feel like he's being helpful and that he can do it in a proper way. But I know that he's going to get the support from the others, and they're going to teach him a better way to be able to use his banishment magic. So I hope that he can pick his self up and he can try again. And I know that he's going to succeed this time around.
ロードの加護を受けていながら魔法がコントロールできない。それはそれで興味深い事例に思えるな。
ごめんな、ビッグドリーマー。うまく使っちやれんで。
その水鉄砲、ビッグドリーマーって言うんだ。
チャコ。
静かだね、ここ。俺もちょっとゆっくりしてこっかな。
俺、これでも頑張ったんだ。いっぱい練習して、ペックルさんにコツも教わって。でも、全然うまくならなかった。さっきの試練でも、チャコに頼りっきりだったよな。ごめん。
それは気にするところじゃないから謝らないで。
でもハンギョンの言う通りだ。 このままじゃ俺誰も守れない。チャコ、俺どうしたらいいと思う？
あるはさ、これまで魔法を使う必要がなかったんだよね。
I mean, that kind of makes sense. And I'm glad that Chaco is the one that's talking to him and that's, trying to reassure him that it's nothing that he's necessarily doing wrong. It's just that, like you said, he didn't have to use magic necessarily to fix any problems in his kingdom. And he's, and this is his first time venturing out to other kingdoms as well. So he's just now adjusting himself to seeing seeds and to seeing what's going on and what could possibly happen, if the seeds show up. And, he has to get into that groove of being around these type of problems in order to fix them in a way that's going to help him in his magic. So that way, when he does return to his kingdom, he will be able to fully do so.
フラガリアなら多少は誰かを助けたり問題を解決したりするために魔法を使う。でもあるの国ではそんなことする必要がないくらいみんな幸せでのんびり暮らしてるんだ。
チャコ、
それっていいことなんじゃない？
チャコ
本当に必要になったらきっとうまく使えるよ。あるってそういうところあるからさ。
俺今自分のことは信じられないけどチャコのことなら信じられる。だから信じる。いつかちゃんと魔法を使えるようになるって。
行ってみたいな、あるの国。一体どれだけのどかなの？
ポチャッコさんの国とはだいぶ違うけどすっごくいいとこ。チャコも気に入ってくれるといいな。俺の秘密基地とよく行く釣り場一緒に行こうな。
楽しみにしてる。
See, it's the friendships like this that really make it much easier for them to get over their fears, to get over their, anxiety, to get over, that fear of feeling like you're not good enough. And then having someone beside you telling you can do it, it just takes a little bit more effort. It takes, time to learn things and giving them that encouragement and push to be like, you know what, you can do this. It will all come together in the end. You just have to continue to believe and know that, whatever you're working towards, you can do it. And I just love seeing that in the series. It just sometimes, yeah, they have their issues and problems where they kind of butt heads and when they kind of have disagreements, but then coming back together to kind of talk about it is what's important. And then coming to that understanding.
No way! そういうところだ。
Taksumu will always be the one to say no way. He just got that fixated in his mind where that he has to say that like all the time. It's no way. Oh my, he's I can't with him.
ハンギョン。
なんか盛り上がってるな。
俺も今回ばかりはタッサムに同意だ。
今回ばかりは？あなたが私に同意したことなんかないでしょ。
ヘイ、論点はそこじゃない。いいかハンギョン、常々言ってきたが、君は楽しみのために他者を犠牲にすることを厭わなすぎる。紳士たるもの、礼節を忘れず。
それなりの魔力が眠ってることをちょっと教えてあげるのがそんなにダメなことですか？
伝え方を考えろと言っているんだ。
無駄だタッサム。その男の脳内には自分の楽しみ以外格納する場所がないのだよ。
つまんない人たち。アルペックさんにチャコさんお待ちしてましたよ。
ただいま。
アルペック、ハンギョンに代わって謝罪する。この男は本当になんというか、そうだな。
もはやフォローの言葉が見当たらないのだな。気持ちはよくわかる。
ピケロさんに言われたくないですよ。
いいんだ。 ハンギョンのおかげで俺も目をそらすのやめられたし。なあハンギョン、
お、
さっき話してたの聞いちゃったんだけど、俺にも魔力が眠ってるっていうのは本当？
はあ、魔力は全ての人の中に眠っています。目覚めないままの人の方が多い。それだけの話です。
そっか。
アルペック。
わかった。とりあえず今悩んでも仕方ないってことがわかった。だから今は笑っとく。
賛成。
タッサム、ピケロ、心配してくれてありがとな。俺は大丈夫。
そうか。それならよかった。
っていうかタッサム、代わりに謝りすぎだって。ピケロの時も謝ってたじゃん。
ほう。俺の代わりに何を謝ることがある？
だか
Oh my gosh. Of course, because he doesn't believe he's wrong in doing anything. But it was kind of funny, like him going back and forth with Han Young. Like those two. Yeah. He's like, Han Young was like, you never agree with anything I say. This is not the first time you're going against what I said. But I don't know, the way that Piccolo's mind works, like he thinks about everything in a certain um train of thought and mindset, that he analyzes everything that he says and does as well as what other people say and do. So in his calculations, he doesn't really get anything wrong. Even though he does, but we're just gonna leave that there.
ら、そういうところだ。
それでは皆様がお揃いになったところで。
え？
まさかまだ何か企んでいるのか？
スタート。
Of course he does.
What?
ごちそうだ。
サプライ
Finally, we get to the good stuff, which is the food. And I was thinking to myself, were they there at the beginning for something fun, something more, relaxing, something festival-esque? Now finally we see the glorious food.
ズのパーティーですよ。さあ、お好きなだけ召し上がれ。
わお。どの料理も彩り鮮やかで美しい。それにいい匂いだ。食欲をそそる。
食べ物を見るとめちゃくちゃお腹が空いてたって気づくね。
これは豪勢だ。遠慮なくいただこう。
あら、私の用意したものを食べてくれるんですか？
ああ、お食事検査キット生き返る。カエルは苦味に敏感なのだよ号を持ってきたから問題ない。
What in the what is this? Of course, he has to bring his gadgets and experimental type stuff where he goes, everywhere he goes. And this is supposed to detect any contamination or anything that's wrong with the food. You just get that right on hand. Awesome. My thing is, I just hope that the seeds do not show up when they're trying to join the food. That would make me so angry and so mad if it was me and that happened. But hopefully they can get through the food before something pops off.
おかしなものが混入していればすぐわかる。
すっごい疑ってる。
おかしなものが入ってたことがあるの？
一度赤ちゃんの声になってしまうキノコを入れられて、僕とピケロは気づかず食べてしまったんだ。
思ったより害はないけど嫌だねそれ。
いただきまーす。チョコ、これうまい。
俺もいただきます。ところでさ、ハンギョン。
はい。
さっきのテーブルの上に呼び出したシズ、本物だったってことはこの国にもシーズは出てるんだよね。
出てますよ。いかんながらね。
でも町の人たちはシーズは怖いって思ってなかったみたいだ。なんで？
シーズが何かをする前に消しているからだろう。だから目撃情報はあるが事件は起きていないのだ。
どこに現れるかもわからないシーズをそんな瞬時に消せるものなの？
私にはリリもいますから。
シーズは人の不安によってくるそうだが、この国でもそうか？
さあ、気にしたことがありません。
ここまで足を運ばせておきながら情報ゼロとはな。
来てくれなんて言ってないですよーだ。ま、手ぶらで出ていくのが嫌なら、こんなお話はいかがです？
お話？
And if that's the case, how come Hanyoung was not he should have been at some of these other kingdoms to just be able to just whip his fingers with a snap and get rid of the seeds when people needed it done quickly. But of course things don't work out that way and they have to make it a little bit more intriguing for others to be able to figure out how to do it. But I'm sure that's not going to be the case all the time where he can just snap his fingers and the seeds just magically disappear. I mean, it sounds a little bit too easy to be true. So, but let's see what kind of story he's gonna tell.
昔々、純真の大陸と呼ばれた地には、6人のフラガリアの騎士がいました。
純真の大陸といったら、今の赤の大陸のことだ。
6人はそれぞれのロードと一緒に王国を作りました。そして国という枠を超えて協力し合い、今日の世界の礎を築いたのです。彼ら騎士団を後に人々はこう呼びました。伝説のレッドブーケとね。
ほう。おお、なんかいいな。めっちゃ熱い。
あるはこういう話好きそうだよね。
彼らは円卓の騎士とも呼ばれたんですよ。6人で丸いテーブルを囲んだんでしょうね。ちょうど今の私たちみたいに。
僕たちは残念ながら5人だ。1席余っている。
まさにです。その残りの1席に座るべき人物、それが
最後のお中元を渡しに行く6人目のフラガリアだな。
よくできました。
バットバツ丸王国だね。
Exactly. I already knew it was Bado. But yeah. I'm like I said, he's probably taking care of other duties in his kingdom right now where he can't come, but hey, maybe he might surprise us and show up.
そこのフラガリアは最近現れたばかりって聞くけど。
彼はハンギョンの古い知人だ。
そうなの？
ああ、僕も会ったことはないが弟弟子に当たると聞いている。
なんとも気の毒な身の上だな。
失礼な。私とバドバルマンは深い親愛の情で結ばれてるんですよ。
But I'm not sure Bottom would say the same thing. I mean, yeah, he considers you guys to be, good friends, but I don't I don't think he would say you all are very best friends because he doesn't seem like he's very what's the word that I'm looking for? Hanyoung is clingy and he likes to have that like really close friendships, whereas Baro is very, like he's more like, no, I wouldn't say staunch, but he doesn't like to necessarily be too close to people. It's okay to have a little fun here and there, but he's all about the business.
会いに行くたび涙を流して歓迎してくれるんですからね。
Sorry。人の言葉を疑うのは好きじゃないが、さすがに今の話を全て信じるのは難しい。
だよね。
弟弟子ってことは師匠がいるってことだよな。2人で何か教わってたのか？
言うなれば人生をですかね。
一緒に暮らしてたってこと？
ええ、バドバルマも。と言っても数年間だけですが、私本当に待ってたんですよ。あの子がこうして私の前に再び現れるのを。
今日は口がよく回るな。油でも塗ったか？
安心してください。もう閉じますから。
Oh my gosh, these two are, oh my gosh. It's like you're a little bit more talkative today. Are you okay? Of course, he's just relaxed. He's in his chill state. He just wants to elaborate and tell, some good stories and make sure everyone is feeling very entertained.
私が勝手にあれこれ喋ったら可愛い弟弟子がへそを曲げちゃいますしね。
そっか。可愛い人なんだな。バツ丸さんのフラガリアって。
噂を聞くか。
See, he's putting a wrong image in their heads. I mean, of course, Han Young is going to see Baro differently than what, T actually is, like what other people have kind of heard about him. And then for them to actually see him, I know that Otto is going to be surprised, like, oh, this is not what I pictured at all. Yeah. He's a little bit more edgy, a little bit more, not so cutesy, if you know what I mean.
ギリではどうかな。
誰か噂してやがるな。どうせハンギョンの野郎だろ。それより仕事だ仕事。最近バツ丸様が俺の報告書を読んでくれていないような気がする。いや俺の気合が詰まりに詰まった報告書だ。それを
I can say one thing. Bado puts, yes, a lot of time and effort into these reports. And I honestly think Butts does not care. He probably looked at those things like a pile just stacked up on his desk and was like, yeah, I'll get to these at some point. But it's really not that serious. Even though it's good that Bado is trying to take his job seriously. But yeah, I don't think he necessarily has to go that deep into making reports. And some of these things, like, why doesn't he just talk to the Lord himself and kind of, say, hey, this is what's been going on lately. I'm sure he'd rather hear from him than to sit there and read all those reports. I'm just being honest.
バツ丸様が読まないなんてことはありえない。気のせいだ、気のせい。だが最近部下にも避けられている気がする。
失礼します。本日のご報告に参りました。
おお、遅くまでお疲れさん。俺も一度休憩に入ろうと思うが、ラーメンでもどうだ？
いいんです。いえ、私もまだ業務が残っておりますので失礼します。
あ？お前報告って。おお。
Either they're tired of eating ramen or they're just nervous to be around him, which I do know that they're nervous to be around him, but it's just like it's kind of awkward. He makes things a little bit awkward because he is that kind of authoritarian type of figure. I mean, he's cool, but he's the way he says things is very authoritative. And I think they just want to be like, nah, we'll just keep it, cool, casual. I'll come here, do my daily reporting, and I'm gonna skedaddle out the door.
どう思うタマ？あいつら明らかに変だよな。ちょっと前までラーメンって言った瞬間10人くらい現れて遠慮なしについてきてうまそうに食ってたのによ。
だが裏表があるようなやつらでもね、そのくらい分かってんだろバドバルマ。
もちろん分かってる。だが
このくらいでくらついてちゃ国なんて守れねえぜ。バツ丸様のフラガリアなんだろ。胸を張れよ。
そうだよな。そうだよな。
失礼します。兄貴。いえ、バドバルマ様。ちょっとよろしいでしょうか。
おう。
I wonder what he needs to talk about. Obviously, probably going to be about why everyone's acting kind of strange or weird. Maybe there's some stuff going on in the back scenes that he doesn't know about. But I guess we'll figure that out later.
美味しかった。ごちそうさま。あれ、 ハンギョドン様にお中元を渡したら出発しよ
うん。なあ、ハンギョンも行くよな。バツ丸さんち。
なんで私が？バドバルマになら好きな時に会えますし。
そうだな。
Sure, because it seems like he's been kind of avoiding you because he said he has too much work to do. So, but of course, you want to make it seem like y'all are besties and whatever. So, naturally, he's gonna act like he's so wanted by Bado, which is kind of not the case.
来なくていい。一緒に旅などしたら何をされるか分かったものではないしな。
そんなに嫌がるなら。行きます。待っててください。支度してきますから。お着替えとおやつと洗面具と半魚の王国印の温泉の素と。
ピケロ、気を落とすな。賑やかな旅もきっと悪くない。
Sure, I'm sure he's thinking that. He's like, oh yes, it's gonna be such a lovely trip. Not really.
お待たせ。ハンギョドンさんにお中元渡せた。
お疲れ様。
ハンギョン、ありがとな。あれ、ハンギョン？
ここにいますよ。
なんで上から？さっきまで俺を案内してくれてたやん。どうなっちゃうの？
忘れ物に気づきまして取ってきたんです。大事な大事なリリちゃんのお着替え。
タコに着替え。
リリはおしゃれさんなんです。髪型だってお洋服に合わせて変えるんですからねえ。
いつか聞きたいと思っていたんだ。
I mean, he just wants her Lily to be fashionable, you know? I mean, what's wrong with that? She can't wear the same outfit, you know, all the time. Inigo just does not care about any of this. He just wants to get out of there.
が、そのタコにはお前と似た魔力の匂いが。
じゃあ行きましょうか。
バツマル王国は新しいフラガリアが来てから国の発展が著しいと聞く。早く見てみたいものだ。
前のフラガリアは急に出てっちゃったんだっけ。ロードとフラガリアも必ずうまくいくとは限らないよね。
なるほどな。じゃあ今のバツ丸様のフラガリアは可愛くてやり手ってことか。会うのが楽しみだな。
可愛いかどうかは。
Hardworking, yes, for sure.
国を出る前にドーナツ屋に寄るのを忘れるな。
そう言うだろうと思って用意しておきましたよ。道中のおやつに。はい。
うまそう。ハンギョドンさんの色してる。
あれだけごちそうになった後だが、不思議と甘いものは食べたくなる。一つもらおう。
俺ももらうね。あるも。はい。
ピケロさんは食べないんですか？
He's like, no, not really, not from you. It seems like it pains him to take something from Hanyoung. Like, come on, it's not that serious. And I'm sure, did he test it before he bit into the donut? Probably, more than likely.
何
What? 聞き取れなかったぞ、ピケロ。
よーし、出発進行。
なあ、どこへ連れて行くつもりなんだ？
もうすぐですから。もうすぐ。
こいつらもしかして一斉退職とか考えてねえよな。そういえば兄貴と呼ばれることをいつの間にか受け入れちまってる。気が緩んでる証拠かもしれねえ。そしてそういう緩みは部下にも伝わるもんだ。あいつらこんな上司にはついていけねえって思ってるのかもしれねえ。すみません、バツ丸様。この国を大陸で一番の王国にすると誓って騎士になったにもかかわらず、この低たらく。いや、まだ間に合う。今から気を引き締めて新たなバドバルマンになるんだ。
こちらの部屋です。
おお、入るぞ。くそ、何が待ってやがるんだ。怖え。ああ、もうどうにでもなりやがれ。
It might be something good. It might be something good. Maybe he's overthinking. You know, that would be really bad if everyone decided, they can't do it. It's too much and decide to quit. But I'm thinking it might be something good. At least I hope it's something good.
ありがとうございます。日頃の感謝を伝えたくてラーメンを作ったんです。スープから手作りして
みんなで麺も打ちました。
食べてください、兄貴。
Now that is really thoughtful and sweet. I'm glad that they all took the time to do that, and especially when they know how much that Bottle loves ramen, and then taking the time to make it from scratch. Oh my gosh, my heart would overflow if they did that for me. Like, I would literally probably be in tears because I love ramen, and then them making it from scratch. Ugh. Chef's kiss.
お前ら大変だったよな、兄貴にバレないようにって。
ああ、最近ずっとドキドキしてた。
お前らそういうことかよ。サンキュー、ありがたくいただくぜ。でもこんなことしてくれなくてもいいんだぞ。部下を思うのは上司として当たり前のことだ。お前たちがいてこその俺なんだからよ。
よかった。
Oh, I know. It's got to be such a relief. He's like, oh, whew. They don't want to quit. They're just rewarding me for, being there for them and making sure that everything is going right, and, treating them great. So, it's nice to have that where they're taking care of each other, essentially, making sure that he's making sure that they're good, and they're making sure now that he's good.
バツ丸様への報告書100万。本日の業務内容は
Does this say a million? This is the millionth report he wrote? Bato, what are you doing? I know you couldn't have wrote this many reports. And you seriously think that the Lord is really going to sit here and read all of this? You're sadly mistaken. He probably stopped at like the first 5. I'm just being honest. There's no way he's going to read all of these. He is probably going to wait until you bring your butt in his office or headquarters, whatever you want to call it, to explain stuff with your own mouth. Just a rundown. It doesn't have to even be everything. And then he'll just be like, okay, that's good enough for me. You're doing your job. You're doing it greatly, and I much appreciate it. You can go about your way. But sitting there reading that, no. I can imagine the way his office looks. It's just stuff probably stacked everywhere, and he's not going to touch it. It will probably have dust on it before he touches it.
だいぶ時間がかかるな。読みやすくするためにフルカラーにした影響か。仕方。
Honey, that doesn't even matter. You can color code the whole piece of paper. He's still not going to read it. It's going to be sitting there. Where it arrived, it's not going to be moved an inch.
何もかも求めるのは欲張りってもんだ。それにしてもあいつら粋なことをしてくれやがるぜ。あいつらのためにも、そして国のためにも頑張らねえとな。なんたって俺はバツ丸様のフラガリアなんだからよ。
Well, you gotta appraise a hard worker. That's for sure. But he's going just a little bit overboard with not the hard working sense, but just the reports thing. I think he needs to dial that way back. I feel like if he makes just like a weekly report and not a daily report, that would be even a little bit better. Heck, he would probably even take a monthly report. But then there's not telling how long that monthly report will be. So I don't know. He's gonna have to find a better solution than just being in there writing a whole bunch of reports, because like I said, that's not it. But I do like that he's taking his job very seriously, and he wants to prove not only to himself but to the Lord and to the kingdom that he can be very beneficial and be the Fragaria that there needs to be to make sure everything is, you know, in line and in order. But I'm sure it's going to go a little bit differently once some of the other Fragaria get there and they kind of see what's going on. Like, you could probably relax a little bit with, you know, the reports and, you know, not taking everything completely so serious. So I'm sure they're going to bring a little bit more life and more excitement in a way once they finally reach there. I'm sure there's probably going to be seeds popping up because we didn't really necessarily get seeds when we were at Han Young's place because he can just make them disappear. So there really wasn't a problem there, which is kind of surprising because I really thought that more was going to pop off than it did. But hey, at least it's a starting point of Aru being able to figure out how to make his banishment magic become more fruitful for him, and in being able to actually utilize it well where he can use it back at his kingdom and make sure everything's good there. But that is the end of the episode for Noir Bouquet, episode 4. And we'll be going back around to the Red Bouquet next time we watch Fragaria Memory. Okay. I think there's only a couple episodes left of each Fragaria. I mean, not each Fragaria, each Bouquet. So yeah, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty that I know of for this part, and then I'll be moving back to the Lost Kitty episodes and reacting to those. So yeah. If you guys like my reaction, I know I'm going all over the place. I'm like that sometimes. You guys just have to ignore my scatterbrained and my way of talking. So yeah. If you like this video, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you turn on your post notifications so you know when I post another video. And if you guys have any comments about Fragaria Memory, or if you have any comments about what you would like to see me do, or just in general, if you have any questions about me per se, make sure you drop that in the comments. I would love to answer your questions, whatever it is. I make sure I get back to everyone that leaves me a comment when I do have comments. So yes, I'm a very friendly person, as I always say. So my sunshines, I hope that you remember to stay positive, believe in yourself, and spread love, and just make the world a better place, as we need more of it always. I will catch y'all in the next one. I love you, my sunshines. Bye. Shine on me.